Antarctica is located at the south pole of the Earth. It is the continent where nature does not tolerate humans at all. It is the coldest continent on Earth. It is the most remote continent on Earth. It is the most desolate continent on Earth. It is also the driest continent on Earth. But despite all these hardships, humans have indeed lived here for many centuries. But the question is, how? Welcome once again to Scope History Videos. Viewers, Antarctica is such a large continent. The entire America can fit inside it. The entire India can also fit inside it. Imagine that 98% of this huge continent is filled with deep ice. In many places, the ice is extremely deep. In some parts, it is up to 5 kilometers deep. And it consists only of ice. The temperature here goes down to minus 60 degrees Celsius. Once or twice a year, there is even some warmth here. But in this warmth, the temperature is still minus 12 degrees Celsius. The temperature stays below the freezing point all year round. Because of this, the ice here never melts. Every year, 2 inches of additional ice falls in Antarctica. This figure may look very small, but over millions of years, these 2 inches have kept increasing the ice layers. It is not just ice that creates difficulties for life here. Extreme temperature also makes life difficult. In Antarctica, the humidity is almost zero. Normally, we have 40% to 80% water vapors in the air. These vapors are very beneficial for human health. They are also important for the ecosystem. But in Antarctica, the humidity level is only 0.03%. Because of this, skin diseases are very common here. Body dehydration is also very common here. Along with this, the South Pole is at an elevation of 9,800 feet above sea level. This elevation is not extremely deadly, but for most people, it adds to their difficulties. Overall, the fact is that Antarctica is not made for humans. It is not made for any living being. But still, humans exist here. The only reason is research. Similarly, space was also not made for humans. But still, humans live in the ISS for research purposes. Likewise, scientists are sent to Antarctica for research. This is the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station. It is an American base. In the summer, 150 scientists live here. In the winter, only 45 scientists and staff stay here. The only way to get them here is by a ski plane. In Antarctica, there is no proper airport. There is also no proper runway, and it cannot be built because of the deep ice. The runway here is not made of concrete. It is not made of tar either. It is made from what is most available here. That is ice. Yes, by compressing and hardening the ice, planes can land on it. Pilots receive special training to land in Antarctica. Because this is not a normal runway, it is very slippery. Cargo planes also have special landing systems. Instead of wheels, they have ski landing gear. This is because cargo planes are extremely heavy. If they had wheels, they could sink into the ice during landing. The South Pole American Station was first built in 1956. It was made out of wood, but it quickly got covered by snow. In 1974, it was upgraded. It was given a giant igloo shape. The entire base lived inside this igloo. But this experiment also failed. Every winter, the igloo started sinking into the ice. Antarctica is located at the South Pole. Here there are 6 months of sunlight. During these 6 months, there is no night. For the next 6 months, there is only night. During this time, the sun does not rise. Because of this, during those 6 months of night, the igloo could not be pulled out from the ice. The staff had to wait for 6 months. Only after that could it be dug out from the ice. This process took a lot of time. It also required extra fuel. In 2008, America came up with a new approach. The igloo was replaced with a new structure. The special thing about this building is its aerodynamic shape. It is also raised above the ice. It stands on hydraulic pillars. Because of its aerodynamic shape, strong winds push the snow away. Ice does not accumulate above or below it easily. But after every 10 years, ice still builds up underneath. At that time, the structure can easily be lifted. Antarctica is a free continent. No country owns it. Here, 29 countries have their own research stations. But the question is, what kind of research happens here? Why is it not possible in other parts of the world? Mostly space-related research happens here. Astronomical research also happens here. Normally, vapors in the air blur the sky. Because of this, telescopes cannot see very far. In tropical regions, the atmosphere is full of moisture. Because of that, telescopes cannot observe distant space clearly, but at the South Pole, humidity is extremely low. Because of this, the sky appears very clear. Telescopes can see millions of light years into space. This is a photo of a black hole. It was captured for the first time in 2019. Telescopes at the South Pole played a major role in capturing it. Besides astronomy, ice cores are also studied here. Scientists study what Earth's climate was like millions of years ago. They also study what gases existed in the atmosphere. They also study what particles existed in the air. All these secrets are hidden under the ice of Antarctica. Scientists extract ice cores from deep inside the ice. These samples are carefully researched. In this way, scientists learn about different eras of Earth's history. Because of the harsh weather conditions, very few researchers are sent here. The researchers mainly look after the scientific equipment. All the collected data is sent to their countries. There's only one way to reach this place, and there is only one way to leave it. At the South Pole, aircraft can come and go only for 3 months. For the rest of the year, leaving from here is almost impossible. If humanity exists in a place more remote than Antarctica, it is the International Space Station. Astronauts in space still have an evacuation option. They can land in the ocean in an emergency. But this evacuation option does not exist in Antarctica. Doctors are present at the station. In serious cases, a panel of doctors in America also helps. They communicate through video link, but the video link depends on the internet. And here, the internet itself is a huge challenge. In most parts of the world, satellite internet works easily. But commercial satellites only cover populated areas. The South Pole lies at the very bottom of our planet. Most satellites never pass over this area. Because of this, signals do not reach here properly. Only a few satellites can reach the South Pole. Even then, they provide signals for only a few minutes or hours. To use the internet here, scientists must wait for the satellite. Only when a satellite passes nearby can they get a signal. In a full 24 hours, the internet works only for 3 hours and 50 minutes. During this time, scientific data is transmitted. Researchers also contact their families during this window. Waste management is also a major issue here. According to international law, everyone must keep Antarctica clean. It must remain free from pollution and waste. Even a small amount of pollution can affect scientific research. This means that whatever comes here must also go back. Waste from the station is collected throughout the year. It is transferred to McMurdo Station on the coast. There, the waste is processed. It is later sent back to the United States. This happens on the ship that arrives once a year. In winter, only 45 people stay at the South Pole Station. These people are selected very carefully. They go through strict screening. Because if something goes wrong in winter, it is impossible to leave. And rescue from the outside world is almost impossible. This crew is trained to deal with every situation. During winter, there are 6 months of continuous night. Anxiety becomes very common. Depression also becomes common. Homesickness is also very common. Communication with the outside world is very limited. Surviving for 6 months with limited resources is a huge achievement. It is also a great sacrifice by this crew. It is very difficult to explain their struggle in a short video. I hope you will like and share this video by Scope History Video. Thank you so much for your loving comments. See you in the next amazing video.